Yeah, so I've always wanted to do more in the community, and because of my nature, I was a bit hesitant to where I could go to do something. And what really attracted me to Rotary was there are so many different things you can do within the one club. About 6 years ago, so I think we'll be 6 years in June, we were invited to one of the membership evenings by our next door neighbour, Ollie Clark, so he's still a member. And it was my husband and our business partner who went along, and they invited them to then be a corporate member. So through Nation, we became corporate members, and then we have 4 memberships with that. So I just came along as one of the other members. And it started very slowly for me. I was a very shy person in the beginning, but eventually I found some people that I connected with, and I was able to be a bit more sort of involved with that. And now I'm certainly not the shy little petal that I was when I first started. I kind of come in early and leave late. Our company is Nation, and we are communications and advertising. We have helped the club with any of their communications needs, and my husband Greg, who has run a workshop with the club about a year ago, and it's helped really express the voice of Rotary, so that we've all got that same story to tell others about Rotary. So we got together as a group and said, what does Rotary mean to you? And through that, we came up with a great strategic plan. And the way that I think Rotary has helped us as a business is to get to know more people within the business world. So we have made a lot of great friendships with Rotary and been able to help their businesses, and also they've been able to help our business when needed. So it's that great networking situation where we can rely on each other within the business world. So I absolutely recommend that people become a corporate member, because it is very rewarding for both the club and for ourselves as well. So unlike volunteering somewhere in one organisation, you're stuck with kind of that way to go. But with Rotary, there are so many different things you can get stuck into with volunteering. So Comedy Night has been going for 3 years. We're just about to start with our next Comedy Night. That's probably been the first one that I really got my teeth sunk into. I've kind of coordinated now with a few other people, just having a bit of fun, but also raising money for a great cause. So we have raised money for MOSH, which is for mental health and suicide. We've raised money for Second Chances, which was children who have got parents in prison. They go on camps and get mentoring. And the last one was Herd of Hope, which is helping people in rural areas cope with a death in their family and then organ donation. So it's usually when a child or an adult has passed away, and then they donate their organs to recipients. So that's where that's come from. So the other project, Nurture Kits, which is in full swing at the moment. So it started with Belinda and myself. She worked at Calvary Hospital, and she would notice that nurses would have bad days, and we just wanted to give back to them something nice where they could pamper themselves and take home a little gift. So the boxes are full of pamper items. They've got things like hand cream, face masks, bath bombs, bath salts, coffee, tea, bickies, chockies. So it's a little box that we hand out to different people in the healthcare professional, and since we've started, it's probably got to close to 2,000 people in 3 years. So we would like to certainly do a lot more. I love seeing the nurses when we give them a box, or hearing their feedback when we can't get in there because of COVID. It brings a lot of joy to them, because they do have a tough time. So at the moment, I would say that's the thing I'm very passionate about in Rotary, just the Nurture Kit project. And it's got a lot of the Rotarians involved as well. So it's a great one for that fellowship and also volunteer opportunities for members as well. I was very reluctant to become a director on the board, but Raj twisted my arm. And so I'm the communications director, and I'll be that for 3 years actually. Normally it's 2 years, but I've sort of helped another person out when they couldn't do it any longer. So for the first time, we have engaged a PR agency to help us with those connections in the media. So I think without them, we would certainly still have a little bit of exposure here and there, but they've really sort of brought the bar up really high that we can get into TV and radio and the advertiser to really push the amazing things that Rotary Adelaide are doing within their community. As well as the PR side of things, we've got our own social media, our own website, the bulletin. It's quite a great group of people that come together to communicate everything to their members and also to the wider community. A few of the people that have influenced me through Rotary, one is Rajiv. He's always been a great friend and I've always been inspired by him. He's got a great passion for Rotary and he's always kind of pushed me that little bit further to do a little bit more than what I've been doing, and hence asking me to become a board member, because his career but his time in Rotary has started from when he was a child, so he's a great inspiration as a Rotarian. Another person is Heidi. She, as a woman, has been an amazing supporter of other women within our Rotary Club, and also she's so passionate about this club that you can't help but feel excited about everything that she talks about. Before I began my journey in Rotary, I assumed it was all white old men. And I was pleasantly surprised to see a few women when I started. The age group was still quite elderly, but over the 6 years that I've been with the club, the demographic has really changed, very diverse. And I think it's more appealing to the community these days because of the changing face of Rotary. We try and get out there as much as possible to show that it's not just the older generation within Rotary and that it's very hands-on. It's not a group of people just sitting around having lunch together or having a meeting. We try and get out into the community as much as possible, wearing our Rotary T-shirts and high-vis vests when we're volunteering. So the more we can do that, the more we can show to the community that we are different than what they probably first perceived us to be. So we're trying to encourage that, and I think through Rotaract we are getting the message through as well, because a lot of those come to our Rotary meetings and want to continue their journey into Rotary once their Rotaract journey is finished. So I think it's very important to have the young and the old together so that we've got that diversity of people to show the community of what we're about. I think I would tell people, if they were interested in becoming a part of Rotary, is that it is a great group of people that are there and they have your back. A great opportunity for friendship and fellowship, and a great way to make a difference in the society, in their community, in international areas as well. So there's a lot of people out there looking for something to connect with, and I think Rotary is a great way of doing that because we're so diverse with the people that are in Rotary, but also the projects that we take on. So if there's something you're interested in, you can actually put it to Rotarians and say, I'm interested in this, can you help me out with that? So as well as you being able to help us as Rotarians, we can also help you with what you're interested as well. So it's a great way of friendship, connection and social impact.